Hi all, my name is Danny and I'll be representing my group from KAPLAN BBS60 Group A. This presentation has been put together by my teammates and myself. My team is made up of, and in no particular order, Daniel Chu Kian Peng, myself Danny Un Jun Liang, Teo Puran, Francis Siu Jia Jin, and Muhammad Fairuz. We'll be doing a presentation on operations management, analyzing a company here in Singapore. What are the issues that they are facing and how to resolve them and improve the situation. Our presentation will be in the sequence as follows, beginning with the assignment objectives, the company overview, the company's global operations flow overview, the company's Singapore office background, the identified operational issues, namely Issue 1, gaps in operations and planning and design process, Issue 2, the need for green and sustainable packaging, Issue 3, the lack of process improvement in operations and process design. This issue will be a global-wide issue. Expected overall impact of proposed solutions, continuous improvement, final closing summary, and lastly, the reference list used for this presentation. The objective of this short presentation is to assess the company's Singapore facility, understand its challenges faced, and how it impacts the business in a negative way. We will also explore the recommended relevant solutions that can potentially resolve their problems, and how to plan and design their operations and business to allow future scalability. In this instance, we will be using the pseudonym KAPS due to commercial and confidentiality reasons to refer to the company. KAPS manufactures and distributes interior surfacing materials such as furniture laminates and wallpapers. They are the global leading brand commanding the largest market share for the past 10 years consecutively. They are strategically located across the world and owns their own supply chain network. Essentially, KAPS globally uses 5 core functions to run the entire business. The research and development team that develops new products based on the market's needs, the design team that sources ideas, concepts, and materials to accentuate the product, the marketing team that promotes and garners the consumer following, the manufacturing team that produces the product, and lastly, the distribution team that stores the finished products and distributes them. Now, we will all take a look at KAPS Singapore's office. They incorporated since 1992, primarily functioning as a sales office. Their operational aspects were all seconded to a third-party logistics solutions provider. Early 2021, KAPS SG's commercial direction shifted when they were bought over by a holding company. KAPS SG are now required to bring the operations function back and run it themselves. This means that the team being made up of sales and customer service staff will now have to figure out how to set up their own warehouse and its operations division. This is causing a major disruption to the team and stretching them far beyond their expertise. We've identified 3 operational issues and will address them in detail over the next few slides. The issues identified were gaps in operations planning and operations design process, the need for more environmentally friendly and sustainable packaging for their products, and the lack of process streamlining and process improvement. Issue 1. Gaps in operations planning and design process. During the reorganization, there was a lack of inclusion for the newly hired operations team to participate in the process planning and design. Entire process design was done by the sales team. This issue translated into a bad formulated operations plan. Meetings between the sales and operations team were not frequent, high variability, and inventory levels which were not able to sustain the sales demands. Due to the observed silo working culture, inter-department frictions were also very common. We are proposing that the operations team be included and empowered in all decision-making meetings. There has to be an increased frequency of meetings between the sales and operations team. Tactfully but firmly address and eradicate the silo working culture. Once this is achieved, the natural result would be a well-designed operations process. The operations team can feedback any challenges to the sales team and vice versa. Improvements in customer service levels and a leaner holding inventory will also follow suit. Q2. The need for green and sustainable product packaging. Assessing KAPLAN's current packaging methods, which uses mostly wooden crates for imports and exports, we deem it not to be cost-effective to produce, bulky when stowed away, and labor-intensive to crate and uncrate. The disposal of these crates, when they reach its end of life, also incurs quite a significant fee. The weight of the crate itself too contributes to a higher shipping cost. For this, we are proposing to replace the wooden crates with recycled corrugated cardboard crates, which are also sturdy as the wooden ones. These corrugated cardboard crates are far lighter, cheaper to produce, incurs a lower shipping cost, can be flat packed when stored away, optimizing space within the facility, and also far less man hours consumed to crate and uncrate them. These corrugated cardboard crates can also be easily recycled and be made into new corrugated cardboard crates, thus becoming a greener and more sustainable option. The final issue we'll be looking at will be the evident lack of process improvement well within KAPLAN globally. It's apparent that this issue was birthed by the toxic silo work culture, where departments and work independently designing their own departmental process, causing overlapping processes, process bottlenecks, misaligned process, and the adverse effects of this lack would translate into bad operations quality, slow speed of operations, and resources not maximized efficiently. We would suggest that KAPLAN as a company to engage an external operations consultant to help piece the various processes into one aligned and streamlined process. The reason why an external consultant is recommended because they are neutral and they will view, plan, design the integrated process into one standard process throughout the company. This change will in turn reduce interdepartment frictions significantly, deriving a healthier work culture and environment. Together, these issues of inclusive work culture, environmentally sustainable resources, and continuous improvement gel together. We should then see improvement in staff retention, motivated staff morale, improved service levels, lower operating costs, and increased efficiency. Having these successes once the above-mentioned issues are resolved does not mean that KAPLAN has reached its final destination. The lure of the comfort zones can be a downfall of a business. To remain competitive, KAPLAN must be ever evolving. They can explore the use of data analytics to derive accurate operational forecasting, use of machinery and new technology to automate process to decrease human errors and increase efficiency, design the operations to be dynamic, enabling them to scale the operations up or down to suit the market changes, and also ensure efficient use of resources. In summary, KAPLAN must not stop being contented. They must always strive for excellence. Issues in operations can be birthed from many different areas. Some might be tangible, and some might be intangible causes. Regardless, the team, inclusive of all departments, need to share the same goal, vision, and align on the same process in order to succeed. When this is achieved, operations can then run smoothly towards the intended goal. And now, for the final slide. These are some of the references that we have used to piece together this presentation. We thank you for your time. We hope our content was informative and clear. On behalf of my teammates and I, thank you once again. Stay safe